Want to stay somewhere central in Tbilisi, but still get that local neighborhood feel? Avlabari might just be the spot for you. It's just across from Old Tbilisi, so close, depending on where in the area that you're in, of course. Packed with history, much easier on the wallet. But there might be a few drawbacks that you want to think about before you decide to book a spot here. Let's take a closer look. Avlabari, is it the best place in Tbilisi to stay? We'll figure that out. Welcome back to the series on where to stay in Tbilisi, the best area in Tbilisi to maybe stay in. Each video, we're exploring a different neighborhood. We've got the Old Town or Kala done, Churgureti, Sololaki. Now we're in Avlabari. It's a series, so make sure you check out the playlist. Avlabari is close to the Old Town, and it's a really big neighborhood. You've got a whole section close to Meteki Church, very close to the Old Town, walking distance for sure. But then the further away you get from the river, it's much more authentic and historic. It's a really cool area. You do have some wine bars, you've got some restaurants, a little bit touristic, again, closer to Meteki Church. But the further away from that you get, there may be less options for actual restaurants or going out to eat, but they're around. The neighborhood of Avlabari sits on the left bank of the Vari River, directly opposite Abano Tunabi in the old town. That's what you're looking at right over there. So close. You could easily walk there across the Miteki Bridge or the Bridge of Peace. But once you arrive here, the vibe is noticeably different. Over there is tourist central. And there's nothing wrong with that. Over here, it's just a little quieter. Lots of tourists right here, of course, because we're at Meteki Church, one of the most iconic places for people to check out in all of Tbilisi. So what are some of the advantages to staying in Avlabari? You're right across the river from the old town. It's just a short walk. You can enjoy the attractions and the nightlife there, but then you come back over here, you're staying in a quieter neighborhood. I'm on a street super close to Meteki Church, and it's beautiful. I dare say there are some Airbnbs here, some boutique hotels. Yeah, it's really good. Budget friendly. Accommodation here tends to be cheaper compared to Kala or Sololaki. So you might be able to save a few dollars. Be really good here for mostly shorter term stays. But then there are also going to be some areas in Avlabari that could lend themselves to a longer term stay. So once you get a little bit more away from where I am right now, you're probably going to find some deals on some longer term rentals. Feels a little more residential. So if you want to experience daily life and you're cool with living like a local, cooking your own food, this area of Tbilisi could be a good choice for you. For rent, I've seen 4 or 5 of these signs in different places around. So I have a feeling you could get a really good spot here. And another one. Yeah. And again, the prices here are going to be a little bit less than a few other areas in Tbilisi. All right, now we're on the other side of Avlabari. And yeah, it's much more authentic here. Where I was before, very touristic. Wine bars, boutique hotels, coffee shops, restaurants. But here is daily life. And yeah, you're going to find places to stay here. Great for long term, minimal tourists, if any. There are going to be some around. But certainly not as many as you would expect in other areas. Older buildings can be run down or seem that way with structural issues, dated interiors. So maybe if you're getting an apartment, don't expect modern or luxury. Although as I'm walking around, there are some places that seem to be redone. So I think this area is on the rise. Maybe it's quiet. Some people might say it's a little bit depressing, but man, I don't see it. I think it's a cool spot. And again, check the map. It's a big area. So I know when you're trying to pick a spot to stay, man, it can be overwhelming trying to figure that out. What area should I be in? Obviously, the best thing to do is to come here, book a place for a week, stay in a hostel, stay in a hotel, get an Airbnb for a week, and then you'll get a sense of how the city is laid out and what area makes the most sense for you. Is there a final verdict on whether Avlabari is one of the better options for an area to stay in Tbilisi? I think it's a fantastic option. You've got a mix of boutique hotels, and there are Airbnbs, there are some apartments to rent, some nice loft areas. So I think it's promising. Long term, probably a really good option because you're going to save money if you decide to come to this area. Good for low budget travelers like myself, families, because it's quiet. It's not quite as hectic with tourists. You like to cook at home a little bit more? Yeah, this is good. You might be happier staying here, but if you like restaurants, nightlife, all kinds of options in that regard, you might want to look at some of the other areas that we looked at. So, let me know what you think in the comments. It would really help me out, help the channel, if you check out the other videos in the series, drop a comment, and if you got something out of this, hit the subscribe button. Would really be awesome. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.